squat 300 kilos, opening with 295.
And of course, it was 300.5 at Sheffield last time, but she did 311 in Lithuania at Classic Worlds. I know she's got big plans for a squat today.
There's a lot of talk if she can be the first woman to squat 700 pounds. Well, we're pretty close. Let's see how 295 moves. Sunita just breaking barriers every time she steps onto that platform. The strongest woman in the IPF. Every squat so far moving as planned. And if you've been following her training, expecting this to move just like the others, right on the money, Joe?
I'm going to wait for the ref's decision, but it's 3 white lights.
You never really know until you hit the builds. And speaking of confidence, Sunita Mulu, 313 for her second attempt, a world record.
It's a world record, it's her own world record. She has pushed that record on so far in the past couple of years.
318 is that magical number for the first 700-pound squat. We're getting close.
We know she's done it in training. And I'm pretty sure she's capable of this here today as well.
She looks calm as she approaches the bar to make history. World record loaded and a milestone for all of powerlifting in sight. And Sunita Mulu appears to my eyes, and the judges, wow, and that's close, Joe. Let's see what the jury says. That's rather close as her coach approaches that jury table, and the crowd gives a boo.
Now it's difficult because we're looking ahead and we are looking upwards slightly, so it's difficult to call depth, but as you say, coach is at the jury table having a chat.
Conversation being had. If it doesn't pass, we're close, and
for the rest of the competition. Now, here we go.
325.5, well beyond that 700-pound barrier for Sunita Mulu. It's ambitious. Is it overly ambitious?
Now, this will put her ahead of any woman in the world in knee sleeves or knee wraps.
The strongest woman in the world, looking to be the strongest woman in history.
Not just in the IPF, not just in this class, any woman that's ever competed. This will be the biggest squat ever done.
This is a big jump. All or nothing. 325.5, and it's crazy to think just last year, 300 kilos was the barrier that she broke. And we're 25.5 kilos beyond that just a year later.
This is really going to move her up the table if she can get this one on the board.
Monday morning at work, this is going to be the one everybody's talking about. Oh, whoa! Oh, nice catch.
Unfortunately, just a little bit too much.
2 for 3 in the squat. If she goes 3 for 3 here, she rights the ship. Starts to pull away. If she keeps missing, it's a different conversation. 145. Sunita has previously hit 152.5. I think the attempt selection's good. It's on point.
Yeah, she opened with 142.5 when she hit 152.5. So we might see the same sort of spread, ending up 10 kilos up above this.
Yeah, you see the appropriate wiggle room to go to second and thirds. They're making the right calls. Exactly. Just like you want your opener to move.
Yeah, no notes on that one at all. So even going up a couple of kilos. Mind you, it's the risk and reward, isn't it? Because that's a £5,000 bounty on Carola Garra's bench world record, so she might go for it.
Sunita Mulu, 150 kilos.
No, Megan has put in the same weight again, which I think is the smarter move, really.
Sunita, 152.5 is her previous personal best. Makes easy work of that, Joe, and I think she might have more than 2.5 kilos in her.
I think I'd like to see her take the 2.5 and make sure we're getting the kilos in.
In the battle of the 63s, the ladies are hit and miss. It's gonna come down to the deadlifts and still anybody's game.
It absolutely is. I'm seeing on projected, Leah on 529, Alba on 532.5, and Meg on 535. So there is nothing in that at all.
Very close. Sunita, 155 for her third and final. Sunita's previous personal best is 152.5. Small personal best should she hit this. The way 150 moved, this looks like a reasonable ask. Slow and steady, but it looks good to me.
It looks good to me too. I'm glad we finally got a third bench in.
And that was good attempt selection. Right on. A lot left there. As Sunita preps for 255 kilos. Sunita had some monster pulls in prep for Sheffield. She hits this, she's at 723 already.
That's a massive opener.
If she hits over 735, she's the strongest woman in history, regardless of any divisions, for powerlifting.
It came up really well, but yeah, work to do at the lockout.
2-2-1,
So were her knees not locked?
You know what? They didn't look too bad to me right there.
A little bit up the road at 268.5. I'm not sure she can go all the way past.
And the overall world record, if you're wondering, 647 by Amanda Lawrence. Yeah, she'll
So
be
she is
finishing
going for the deadlift world record. You can see that attempting.
but below the overall world record. Sunita, 260.
She missed and she's gone up. How do you feel about that, Ryan?
I don't really like that, if I'm honest.
It makes me nervous.
It makes me altogether nervous.
No one wants to see a miss.
All the world records you hit go out the window if you don't have a total. That's not just records, it's money, it's a lot on the line
Gotta
here.
lock this out cleanly. I think it looks the same. I don't know.
Yeah, just don't go up if you don't hit, that's for sure. It hits. Wait with bated breath as the jury deliberates. Oh,
She's on the board.
It's very
Wow.
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
pulling
this will
against the
just
back.
push Sunita over the world record ever so slightly.
Sunita,
7:31. It'll put her at 7:35.5.
267.5. It'll give her that 735.5 total, which, if you're a fan of open powerlifting, the biggest total powerlifting's ever seen.
And it'll get her ahead of Carlina too. So she's struggled with the lockout.
Will she be the strongest woman in powerlifting history?
She's got it to the top.
It's at the top. She gets down command.
What do the referees think?
2-1, that's good. And Sunita Mulu at Sheffield does what Jesus did.